Well, good morning. Welcome to Papa's Workshop. These are for Adam, Brady, Luke, and Brenna. And today we're going to do part 3 of the swing. But let's check in with my assistant first. There's Molly girl. Yes. Oh, I know. Oh, yes, we get your belly rubbed. Oh, yes. Yes. You like working in the workshop, don't you? Well, let's get to work. All right, we got these all sanded. See, they're nice. Got a rounded edge to it, but not on this flat side. And same with my pieces here. So I'm going to get ready to glue this, but that polyurethane glue is not very forgiving. You can't really wipe it off with water. And oak being a real open pore wood, large cell wood, the glue is going to get in those pores. So I'm going to try to tape it off so that we don't have that problem. So what I'm going to do is just tape alongside the dowels here. Like this. And then I need a piece at the end. Alright, this is the left one. Make sure I use the right piece. Alright, so then I'm going to just take a knife and cut that tape right at the point that it joins. I don't really want to mark the wood underneath, so I got to be careful I don't overshoot something. This way, hopefully I can contain the squeeze out to just on the tape. I got 2 layers of tape down here to go through. I probably should have cut the one first. All right, so I should be able to just, if I get this apart, is pull the inside out of there. A little bit on there that I gotta get yet. There, so now I got the profile. So now I should be able to glue it. I'm going to take these temporary ones out. And so I have to wet one side, and I have to put glue on the other side. So I think I'll put the glue on this side. But I have to get the dowels in there too, so we'll have to think about that. All right, I'm just wetting this part. What I'm going to do is try to put some glue down in the holes with a toothpick. It's not working real well. This is not as easy to use as yellow glue or hide glue. All right, so then I'm going to take with the dowels, and pound those in. This is going to be long grain to long grain glue joint, so probably doesn't even need the glue. I mean, it doesn't need the dowels, I'm sorry. The glue should be enough to hold long grain to long grain, but old habits die young. I want to see it strong to begin with. Trying to get it as thin as possible. Like I said, the stuff just squirts out of there. All right. So that's kind of dried up on me already. All right. Put a clamp on it while it sits there overnight. I'm a little bit proud on that one. Maybe I got them mixed up. I hope not. Anyway, I can always cut that flush. They were flush originally, and I bet I got them swapped somewhere along the line. Anyway, just got to do that to the other one. Well, that didn't work real well. Here's the glued up assembly, but I had a heck of a time getting that tape out of there. Almost looks like I got caught, some of it got caught underneath there. I don't know if you can kind of see that. There's still, but I had to use a scraper and a knife trying to get that all out of there. It was more work than it was worth. So I'm not going to do that again. I don't usually do that because the yellow glue or hide glue, it's a lot easier to clean up. But this is, I would have been better off just to let it do it. Anyway, so they're glued. They've been sitting for about an hour and a half. And these were just a little bit proud. I don't remember, but I must have purposely done that because they both were sticking up a little bit. So I cut them flush with the table saw. So now it's a matter of marking that hole. It was right here in front of me all the time. All right. So we need to mark that this other hole. So I'm going to put this guy in, and then we need to put some other dowels in. This is one I finished already, and it fits with all the dowels in there. But we'll need to put these other ones in there. So now we have the little dimple right there, and so I'll go drill that on the drill press. Okay, so I got that drilled, so we need to put the test pieces back in there, make a test fit here. We got one more right here. I want them fairly tight so I know it's gonna work when I... There we go. So my next step is to shape the arm supports. These pieces here. Gonna do the same thing. I've already cut this straight piece because there's a 1/2 inch difference between the front and the back. So I got that. So I just need to take the bandsaw and cut that shape and then sand it, and then I'll do the round over. I think I may also put with the rasp, shape it a little bit more than the others. So once I get that all shaped and sanded, then we can glue. But we'll glue this piece on. But so that's where we're at. We're gonna shape these and get ready. Alrighty, we got. I went in and shaped the arms. I decided to wait on the rasp till I get it all installed, and we'll see what's most comfortable. But I went ahead and glued up all the supports so that the arm is complete. So now what we need to do is transfer these last 4 holes onto the side. And so that's going to go on there like this. So we need to transfer the holes. I got it in the vise so that I can hold it and pound it. So we're going to use these little inserts that have a little sharp point on them for each of the 4 holes. All right, and I got 4 pieces of dowel on this end, so we'll stick these in. Put a clamp on this so that it doesn't move. And so right now it's pretty much resting on the thing. So we're gonna just give it a little pound. Make sure it's made contact with all 4. Have fingernails to get those out of there. Well, anyway, we can see we got there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I just need to drill those holes, and then we'll test fit it. All right, we got those 4 drilled, and we'll see if it fits. We'll just put this in here. Like it was made for it. So there we go. That's the way it'll look. Now we're not gonna glue that down just yet. What we want to do is got to sand everything first off, and I got to get all the glue squeeze out of these guys. So I got to clean up both of these, and then they'll be pretty much ready. And on these, I need to sand these, and I'm going to soften some of these sharp edges, and then we're ready to start. And I'm going to glue the arms on last. So we're going to do the next thing we're going to glue is the slats. So, but I also need to round the edges of the slats too. So I got a bunch of sanding and that kind of stuff to do, and then we'll be ready to start gluing up. Final steps. Alrighty, we are ready to start the final glue up. I have rounded the tops of the slats. And we may do more once it's installed, especially these ones in the front. They may need more of a curve to them, and we can plane those later or whatever. So anyway, I've got the back ones all, the ones underneath and the back of the back, they're all glued. So it's pretty rigid. And I got it up on these blocks so that I can put the clamps underneath and start. I'm going to start here and work my way forward, and I can only do a couple of rows at a time, both because I don't have enough clamps and also I can't reach over, and that polyurethane glue expands and it tends to pop that joint open, so they do need to be clamped even though it's pretty tight. So I'm going to get ready to glue up these two strips here. They're going to go back here. And I played with different ways of doing it on these bottom ones. And the way I did the bottom ones is I put in a couple of dry fit ones to get the spacing all right. And then did glued two, and then took the temporaries out and then glued all the rest. So and then I had to clean out the squeeze out. I don't know if you can, probably can't see it on there, but you get that same white foam. So I cleaned those out, because it's going to be hard to get to those once all the top ones are installed. So I found the best way to do this is put the glue on this joint here and in the hole on all four. And then I've cut dowel pieces, little pieces of dowel, but I had to measure the depth of each hole. The holes on the slats are all exactly the same because it was done in the drill press, but the holes here, I didn't think through the process, I guess. I just had a piece of tape on the drill bit, so they're not all exactly the same. If I'd put a metal stop on the drill bit with my jig, then I could have had them all the same, but I didn't do that. So I had to measure the depth of each of these holes here and then add the 1/8 of an inch on these, and I have to get the dowels pretty close to the right length but not too long, because it doesn't work real well to put them in here first and then try to stick it in there. It works better if I put them in these holes first. But if they're too short, they're going to be flush and not stick up. If they're too long, they won't let me get these flush. So these all have to be measured ahead of time and cut accordingly. So I did that, and they're all set. So I put the glue in each of these, dab the end of the dowel in the little thing of water, then pound it in, then get the joints, the hole and the strip wet on here, and then pound it in and clamp it. So sounds easy, but I have come not to really like this polyurethane glue. It's sort of a pain in the butt, but anyway, it's completely waterproof, and that's why we're using it. So let's start with just this top one here. Gotta get a stir stick. And I spread this all out, and then in the hole, in each one of these, get a good contact. And again, you don't want a whole lot, you don't want excessive, but okay, so we got all of those. So now we'll take the dowels. Get my little dish of water here, and that's my hammer. One more. And I take just one little dab of glue on the tops of that I just pounded in. And then smear that, make sure we still got good coverage. All right, so it's just a matter of getting those in there. I can't quite see it. So now we got to clamp these all in there. And you can see why I did the bottom ones first. It would be hard to clamp the bottom ones when all the top ones are installed, because you couldn't get the clamp in there. All right, so I just got to do that. There's a total of 30 slats, and I got 6 done, so I got 24 more of these to glue up. But I can only do 2 or 3 at a time. I mean, I could do another one here. I think I can get the clamps to reach, and then I can maybe do one up above, but anyway. So we'll pick this up when I got them all glued in. Yeah, we're here progressing. You can see the squeeze out that comes in. That's a hard foam. See, it's so I got a lot of cleanup to do afterwards, but we're making progress. Well, we're getting a little closer. We got the seat parts all done. It's laying on its back right now, and I got 2 more to go. I just glued those last 2 there. So in an hour we'll be able to get them all glued up. Well, here we are. We got it all glued up. Now I got to clean out all of this squeeze out that's here. Get that all, and it's underneath too. So we'll have to do all that. And once that's all cleaned up, then we'll glue the arm on like that. And I got some chain and some stainless steel eye hooks that we'll put in there after the arms are installed. Maybe about there. We'll drill some holes for those, and then put some finish on it. What we're going to do for finish, if you put a film finish, remember our discussion on finishes, you got finishes that penetrate, like oil finishes, and then finishes that are film that sit on top of the wood. It's hard to have a film finish stay fresh on an outdoor piece. So what I'm going to do is it's just a water seal. So it penetrates. It doesn't really have a film finish on it, but it's something you have to renew every 3 years. So it won't change the color much. It'll pretty much still look like this, but you just put it on with a brush. Thompson's water seal is one brand. I don't think what I got is Thompson brand, but it's similar product. So that's what we're going to do. Well, here's the finished swing, all ready to have someone swing in it. The seat could be a little bit bigger. I think I was a little short on wood and I cut it a little short, but that really could be bigger. But there we are, finished project. On to the next one.